Ash Barty retires from tennis age 25. Wow. The Australian world number one currently as well has called it a day, and it's shocking to say the least. It really is a complete shock. She's announced it via her Instagram page. Do check it out. It's only a 6-minute interview with the Guardian newspaper in Australia. And I tell you what, it is very eye-opening to say the least. She says she's absolutely spent. Physically, she's got nothing more to give. And she says, I'm so happy and I'm so ready. I just know at this moment in my heart, for me as a person, this is right. So it's great for her because obviously she's doing something that she feels is right. And you only want what's best for a player, right? And a person. I think obviously it's very disappointing from a tennis standpoint because everyone loves watching her play. I'll go through some of the sentiments from not just pundits, but other people in the game. So current players, male and female, who echo, I think, exactly what I'm saying, which is they loved having her on tour. She's an incredible player, and no doubt she would have won a lot more. Well, she would have won a lot more major titles. So disappointing in that sense. But in the end, I think if she physically and mentally feels like she's not up to the task of playing competitive tennis, then she's taken the right decision to focus on other things. We're going to go through some of the snippets of what she said in the interview. So, as I said, she said she chased other dreams, said she was absolutely spent and physically had nothing more to give. She said, I'm so happy, I'm so ready. And at this moment in time, in my heart, I know as a person this is right. So I know that people may not understand it. I'm okay with that because I know that Ash Barty, the person, has so many dreams she wants to chase after that don't necessarily involve traveling the world, being away from my family, from my home, which is where I've always wanted to be. So I think there's always been an element of homesickness and also an element of I think she did cite having some type of anxiety or depression, really, by being away from home, and that's completely understandable. Right? She's obviously very close to her family and her partner, and just being at home in her hometown. Barty, of course, has won 3 Grand Slams. She's won the French Open, Australian Open, and Wimbledon. And the only one that she hasn't won is the US Open, to be fair. And let's be honest, she carries on. She probably wins that as well. She became the first player to win the Australian Open men's or women's singles title in 44 years to win it from Australia, that is. Really impressive. And I think after winning the 2021 Wimbledon edition, she said it changed her perspective because after achieving her ultimate personal goal in sports, so that was her ultimate personal goal. So I think she actually implies in the interview that after winning Wimbledon, she thought she might retire after that. But she said she wasn't quite fulfilled and she remained world number one. Obviously, since winning her French Open in 2019, she wasn't quite fulfilled by winning Wimbledon and then obviously went on to win in Australia, which is just fantastic. Barty has remained world number one since winning her first Grand Slam, which is in 2019, by the way, a run of 114 consecutive weeks. Only Steffi Graf, Serena Williams, and Martina Navratilova have enjoyed longer streaks as world number one in the women's game. So despite only having those 3 Grand Slams, it shows how dominant she's been over the last couple of years, last probably 3 years in the women's game. She has been the standout player. Who knows? I mean, most players don't retire until they're past 30. This is quite it's the type of thing you would have seen kind of in the 70s and 80s. We saw some people, like, to be fair, even more recently, like Pete Sampras retired in his 20s, if I'm not mistaken. We also had, other people as well do it. I mean, Bartley as well, the Wimbledon champion French player, she retired at 28, only a couple of months after winning Wimbledon. Justine Henin as well retired quite young, then she came back and then she retired again. And I think she retired around 27. She's really young. Bjorn Borg. People do retire young, and it's at the top of their game, and she really is at the top of her game, to be fair. Let's just have a look at this then. So Williams is the only other active female player to have won major titles on clay, grass, and hard courts. And at the time of her retirement, Barty has collected just £18 million in prize money, just that small amount. She says, I'm so thankful for everything this sport has given me and leave feeling proud and fulfilled. I know how much work it takes to bring the best out of yourself. I've said it to my team multiple times. I just don't have that in me anymore. Physically, I have nothing more to give. I've given absolutely everything I have to this beautiful sport of tennis, and I'm really happy with that. For me, that is my success. Thank you to everyone who has supported me along the way. I'll always be grateful for the lifelong memories we created together. So obviously, this isn't a massive surprise in the sense that she did take a hiatus from tennis. She took a year out, 2014, citing homesickness and also depression as well. And she did play cricket, the Big Bash actually in Australia. She played the inaugural season there. A couple of comments. So this is really interesting. I mean, obviously, Barty, as I said, she had a similar. Well, not similar career. It wasn't quite as good, but as in she won Wimbledon, and then a couple of months later she retired. And she said, "When I finally won Wimbledon in 2013, I had a little bit of fire in my belly that was just gone. When you chase something that is so hard to achieve for so long, you've finally done it, you feel drained, you feel empty." And for Ash, she had the Australian Open around the corner. She definitely felt that if she could win that, that would be the cherry on the cake. But after that, she felt that she couldn't really sustain the amount of training and intensity that is required to stay at the top of the women's game. So I can absolutely understand the decision. Yeah, I mean, here you go. Some of the sentiments. Petra Kvitova, Ash, I have no words. Actually, you are showing your true class, leaving tennis in this beautiful way. I am so happy I could share this court with you. Tennis will never be the same without you. I admire you as a tennis player. In fact, you know what? Let's just share my screen. That would be a lot better, wouldn't it? So you guys can see it. And yeah, so just incredible. Really, really incredible to see. And so we have Ash, I have no words. Actually, you are showing your true class, leaving tennis in this beautiful way. I'm so happy I could share the court with you. Tennis will never be the same without you. I admire you as a player and a person, wishing you only the best. Andy Murray said, happy for Ash Barty, gutted for tennis. What a player. Simona Halep said, Ash, what can I say? I have tears, right? My friend, I will miss you on tour. You are different and special, and we shared some amazing moments. What's next for you? Grand Slam champion in golf. Be happy and enjoy your life to the max. Exo Simo. Madison Keys, an incredible tennis player, but more importantly, one of the nicest people on tour. Congratulations, Ash Barty, on an amazing career, and good luck with what's next. Karolina Pliskova says, congrats on an incredible career, Ash. It was a privilege to share a court with you. Wishing you all the best in your next chapter, Ash Barty. You will be missed. Yeah, I mean, what more can I say, to be perfectly honest with you? A huge shock. Will she be back? I don't think so. I think that's it. A lot of people have said, why didn't she just take kind of a break from the game and then assess and see whether she wanted to come back? She obviously feels very strongly about this, to kind of retire. And I think in addition to that, she almost has taken a break after the Australian Open. She hasn't played any tennis. So I think she's probably been mulling it over for a bit of time, I would imagine. An Australian Open concluded in January. So, yeah, it's been a bit of time, a couple of months, and obviously she's come to the conclusion that it's time to call it quits. Wishing her all the best, though. Massive surprise. Interesting to see if she does any more media as well. She doesn't seem like the type of person to do lots of media, so I'm sure it won't be a lot, but hopefully we'll get some more sentiments. But it sounds like physically and mentally, by the sounds of it, she just doesn't seem up to the task, and that's completely understandable. What a career, what a player, and to me, one of the greats for sure. Just because it was a short-lived career doesn't make it any worse, I think. Or I think, we shouldn't kind of give her demerit points because of that. It's been phenomenal what she's done in the women's game for sure. Thanks very much, guys, for tuning in. Do appreciate it. Please do remember to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And of course, do check us out on Twitter, Patreon, Instagram, all that good stuff. Thank you very much.